Well, they just have like some really good aesthetics. Well, they make a lot of money. They have nothing to spend it on. They don't have family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, one time I was walking past like an apartment, really nice apartment, and it was 2 gay guys in there.
Awesome.
And I was like, what an income.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I mean, what are they? That's why they can do meth, and
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
And they have the money to like pay for any medical bills to like, fix their brain.
Once at a gay party till 7 a.m. and I was doing ketamine with like this guy who is like really high up at Chase Bank.
Okay.
He was like doing meth. He was doing some crazy shit, and I was
Dude.
like, and it was Sunday.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like he had a work day.
Dude.
That's why the economy is a mess.
Yeah, no, 100%. But Sundays are for the gays, though. I feel like they all go out on Sunday. That was a Chicago thing. Is it an everywhere thing?
Well, we don't
though?
go to church, so we're like, what are we gonna do with all this time? Like, let's just get like fucked up.
Yeah. Let's do meth, which I have accidentally done meth before, and it was incredible. So it's like,
it's like if you like uppers, it's like a big upper.
it's like the upper. Yeah.
I've never done meth unless it's like the prescribed kind, like Adderall.
Yeah. I definitely do Vyvanse.
And I love that shit.
I love
Shout
that.
out, by the way.
This is a pro Adderall Vyvanse podcast.
I feel like people don't need antidepressants. You just actually need more Adderall.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I think we are over medicating. This is the problem with America. Okay, we're gonna hit on a lot of problems with America. This is Zack.
Hi guys.
How do you say your last name?
Signore.
Signore.
It's like Mr. in Italian. It makes no sense. It
Are
sounds
you
fake.
Italian?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, I'm Italian.
What the hell?
What the hell? How did this happen?
Absolutely.
What are the chances?
I know. I'm an Italian a little bit. They say I don't claim Italian. I could do like that.
You look Italian.
But you know, like that, like Italian. You know, it's like the Italian stallion. Like I could do that.
Yeah.
I choose not to.
Yeah. And that's honestly, I'm proud of you for that, because a lot of people lean on that.
They do. And I want to fuck that. I think that is very hot.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong if you're out there and a gay guy and an Italian stallion.
Right. And same for me, not straight Italian guy. I'm only attracted to gay Italian men.
Well, because they still have the toxic masculinity culture.
That's what I'm talking about. And these are the hard-hitting issues we are going to get to.
Guys need a little, like, toxin it up a little
bit. The downfall of men in today's society. And you know what? There's so many. Wait, what were we just talking
about? We were talking about Adderall. So we're going to get to that.
We're going to get to that.
The pharmaceutical companies, men.
And let me make sure I'm recording.
Yeah.
And oh, yes.
And
okay.
Perfect.
And perfect. Okay. Pharmaceutical company. We are over medicating people with depression and anxiety. We're giving all these You don't need an SSRI. Your psychiatrist is psychotic. How about that? And she wants to give you all these antidepressants, SSRIs, to like actually make you a worse person when all you need is Adderall. You will feel great throughout the day.
You'll be up. You'll be like, I'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you'll do it.
You're going to be texting people you never thought you would ever want to talk to.
In like deep texting too. I sometimes I got to chill when I take one because I'm like, you're just such an amazing friend and I love having you in my life.
And it's 10 a.m.
It's a work day.
It's 10 a.m. on a Tuesday and you are confessing your deepest, darkest secrets to someone you barely know.
Or you just like, you go to check an email, then you're like deep on Wikipedia. You know what I mean? Like deep searching. Like I love that shit.
Yeah. I need to stay away from my texts when I'm like, when you're peaking on Adderall and you're just like, you just mean so much to me as a friend. And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa. I love that shit. Well, see, people like capitalism. We're there. We're talking about it. Okay.
Sing it, sister.
I'm down to do it. To be a cog in the machine, work. If they give us free Adderall.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, you want us to work, give us the needs to work.
Like, it doesn't cost you anything really to make it. Just like
absolutely nothing.
If it was like, like how offices have like the water thing. Yeah. Like if there was just like you can get like a little Adderall, I would do any spreadsheet. I'll work. I 100%. Won't resist. Okay, so listen to that.
You'll do a spreadsheet, and that's all you'll want to do.
And it will feel awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about Adderall.
Yeah.
Like,
it feels, yes.
Cells.
More math. Equations. Things I would never do sober. Even though you are kind of sober in a way.
You are. You're just zooted.
You're so zooted. You got the zoomies.
You got the that is getting the zoomies. It is a pill to give you the zoomies.
Dude, my favorite thing recently, which is bad, and these are habits I get into and then I pull myself out because they are so fun, but I'll take my Vyvanse, I'll rage a little bit, smoke a little weed.
That's a great mix.
Oh, it's so fun.
Is the collab of a century.
Yeah, okay. Collab of a century.
Is Adderall and smoke a little bit of weed.
Yes. And during the day, you're just like rolling and you're having so much
That
fun.
is rolling. That is rolling.
And you're like, you're creative, you're productive, you're doing things you'd never do before, like laundry and dishes and like things like that.
And it's like you're so focused on being high. Like that's the best part.
On being high and having a great time. And it's like, it's also self-love in a way because you're having all this fun by yourself, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, go for a walk. You're like, Jesus Christ, he's real. He's real.
Jesus Christ. Have you guys seen the sun?
Sometimes I'm having like two and I'm like, I gotta chill. I'm like looking at God in the eye, you know?
Yeah. And again, it's Wednesday and it's 1:30 p.m. and you're having the best day of your life.
Well, that's why I'm in like, you don't like, why would you want to go on SSRIs? It's just going to kind of like level you off and make everything like it makes you so it's like you can't even feel good.
And here's the thing. This is my conspiracy. It's not a solution. You're just dulling the problem. You're just, you know, you're not fixing your anxiety. You're just dulling it. So like, it's better to face your anxiety.
With the Adderall, which will have you face it.
It'll have you fight your anxiety.
You will become the monster in which you are trying to get away from. It helps you process. Okay? It helps you.
Listen to us and not your doctor.
I mean, like, I was watching this thing and it was about like a therapist and then they would do their session and then they would go to their therapist and then the therapist would get therapy. And I was like, oh, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we're all crazy.
Yeah. So we're all crazy and it's all fake. It's all a simulation. So
maybe do that privately if you're a therapist. Do not tell anyone that you need a therapist.
No.
Okay. It sucks.
The buck has to end somewhere.
And it doesn't. Like, it keeps going until I'm someone's therapist. It's like a full loop. You know?
Yeah, and then it's cyclical. Oh, my God. No, and that's right, because then your friend's therapist give them shit advice, and then they come to you, and you become your friend's therapist.
And that's how we got to the downfall of men.
Of men. This is a hard-hitting issue, and I'm so happy that Zach's here.
I'm going through it right now with men because I'm actually doing something crazy in my life right now.
Yeah.
It's a little lewd.
Lewd?
I mean, it's about masturbation.
Okay.
And how I have not done it.
Whoa.
For 1 month.
Whoa.
Or had sex.
Okay.
Like I'm like practicing sexual transmutation. Okay.
What does that mean?
That's like when you try to like meditate your sexual energy and redirect it to do other things. It's not working. I'm just sitting in my room boiling,
yeah.
And I'm like kind of like mad because no guy is attractive to me these days.
100%.
Like it's like they're not masculine and the ones that are ugly.
No, 100%. And the ones that are ugly.
Like
also, let's just rewind back to the spirituality, masturbating thing. I feel like that only works for men.
I wanted to ask you actually.
Because I went last year, I had sex with 2 people and it didn't affect me at all.
That's what I'm wondering, because I'm only privy to sort of like dudes, guys, masculine, yang, you might say.
Yeah,
you know, I know nothing of yin.
Yeah.
So what is it like
it's just,
being a woman?
I mean, I'm not attracted to anyone either, and this is the problem. And I know we both have the same. We're both attracted to the same guy, the masculine, the rugby
muscle, big boy, big beefy guy,
hot face,
hunter, not gatherer. You know what I mean?
No gathering, only hunting.
Ugh.
And the problem is that, well, for me, it seems like all the masculine guys are now gay, and then all the skinny little bitches are straight.
Okay, first off, I hate to throw blame around. It might be your fault. Not you, but girls' fault.
No,
You can't say you hate it for 10 years and then be weird when they aren't doing it anymore.
No, 100%.
But we all like it.
But the
masculine kind of douchey guy.
100%.
Yeah.
I think so. I do think us throwing around the toxic masculinity, the men are trash, it have made men now sad and insecure about themselves, and now they're like all sad, and now they're online, and now they're playing video games. They're not out there.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'll just go to my AI girlfriend, okay, who's always nice to me. You know,
100%, or play the little video games all day, and they're like, yeah, there's a hot girl in here and she doesn't even say anything.
And gay guys, I think, do have the benefit because they're gay. They get to indulge in being masculine and no one says it's weird.
Yeah.
You know, straight guys can't indulge without everyone being like, chill out.
Yeah, chill.
Gay guys can have a mustache and be like, and everyone's like, okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But now I'm like, well, this is my problem. I'm attracted to gay men and nobody understands this.
Well,
but
I do.
Thank God.
I'm attracted to gay guys too.
See? And it's not I just think when it's two guys making out, it just feels like Brokeback Mountain live. You know what I'm saying? Live action.
Okay, the thing about being gay, which is so cool, is you're a grown man. You're alone in a room with another grown man. Whoa. And you guys are kissing. And
play by play.
It's literally sketchy. You're like, what the I've had sex a lot, but every single time I'm like, what the hell are we doing? This is illegal. You're a guy. I'm a guy. We cannot be kissing.
There's
okay.
No way.
And then that's it every time. So.
Whoa, that's so cool. I wish I could be in the room with you guys.
Sure. Yeah. But
that's
I feel
problem.
I feel like being straight, sex is probably cool in the sense where you hear the wails of your ancestors every time you have sex. It's a very life will go on kind of feeling.
Yeah. We are producing the future, and we are the wheels of society turning towards
a compilation of a
humanity.
Flower blooming. You know what I mean? That's what I see when straight people explosion.
Yeah. Volcanoes
a
erupting.
Woman like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It must be very spiritual.
It's I wish it was. It's well, now I feel like hooking up with guys, to me, having sex with men, and it's not
shout
that,
out, by the way, to hooking up with guys.
Shout out to hooking up with
guys.
Huge fan. And it's not that I'm embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed by the guys that I have sex with, because it's the guys that I actually have sex with, I actually really want to, and that's why there was only 2 last year.
See,
that's
the real recession.
That's the
okay. How about an executive order on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start being hotter and start orbiting around me. How about? What the hell is that about?
What else are you doing?
What else and also shout out, do you know who Jack O'Connell is?
Yeah.
I want to no one fucking does. And
yeah, is he that sport guy?
He was in Unbearable, or you know what I'm saying? That Unchained, not Unchained.
Django Unchained?
No. The Angelina Jolie, she directed this film where he's holding up a bar in war. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I was thinking of someone else who has a similar name.
Fuck.
So you're still on it.
Oh my God, I have to show you this guy. 1 second. But Jack O'Connell, he's the love of my life. You need to come into my life because you're the only person I'm actually attracted to. Did you ever watch Skins UK? Yes, he was Cook in Skins UK. I fucking love you.
Oh, that guy's hot. That guy's hot. He has that English type of face where it's your sister was your cousin's uncle, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? And he's fit, dude, and he's strong.
What happened to strength?
What happened?
What happened to big displays like kicking a ball really far?
Or punch a wall. Everyone who, and this is women's fault. I will take the L for this one. We have degraded men in a way of making fun of them for punching walls when actually that's what they should be doing.
Well, men have, listen, ladies, men have an innate aggression and violence. That's why they like sports.
Yeah.
Okay. They are gonna punch shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do the pick a wall or you know?
You better fucking hope they're punching a drywall. Okay.
And tell me that's not fucking hot. You're in the throes of an argument with a guy. going back and forth. I fucking what the, and then boom,
and then you fuck. You know what I mean?
You have the best sex of your life.
I know. Like, what are you gonna have? Like, when someone's like, "Do I have consent to touch your breast?" You're like, "All right, go fucking journal about it for a few days before you ask me." Okay.
I cannot. There was a guy I hooked up with, and at first I thought it was kind of like a weird. He didn't do it that much. Like, we hooked up, and then after, this was like years ago, he'd be like, is it okay if I touch your arm? Is it okay if I, like, asking permission every step of the way? I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to like a victim.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? Like, were you molested? Like, what's going on?
I just can't I can't believe how unsexy some guys have become.
No.
Like that. It's like
consent. I feel like people have taken consent and blown it out so far into proportion where it's this huge thing, and it's like, it's yes or no.
And like, it's a nuanced vibe. You know what I mean? It's not even something that we could just like, you know when you know, and you don't when you don't. You know what I mean?
You do fucking know, okay? And even guys, even if she's not saying anything, it's a
look. It's a look. It's a not of a look. You know, a not look can be yes.
It's an energy. Is she being extremely mean to you? She doesn't like you.
Yeah, okay.
She doesn't. If she's being,
but if she is Helga Patakiing you, like really ridiculing you, she does. See the nuance there?
Yeah. So how about guys? You just have to turn on your listening system.
Well, that's already like, I don't think they can do that. But
so maybe that's the problem. You guys,
they're visual creatures. I think girls are more audible here. You know what I mean? You want to hear nice things, and like men like
want to see nice things.
And that's why gay men and straight women are the most beautiful.
Gay men and straight women. Yeah, 100%.
Because we have to be attractive to men, and so we are like, fuck.
Yeah.
I have to like look like a stripper. Yeah. I have to like.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
And lesbians and straight guys.
Good Lord.
They're not. There's no eye that's looking at them. Okay.
Yeah, except their own. Yeah, their own understands it.
Well, I'm actually having a problem in the gay world.
Okay,
specifically in the city of New York City, in which we are right now, Big Apple.
Yes.
Is that I travel around, and I like masculine men.
Me too.
I like a guy who is just like straight up capital G guy TM.
Yes.
Who has the masculine energy. When I leave this city, I meet a lot of guys like that.
Yeah.
But when in this city specifically, there's like this virus.
Oh my God.
That no matter what they look like, they like just parrot the same kind of like 5 memes. Like, you're toxic, shablam. I'm like, I was on a date with this guy, and I'm like, he was like, we were sitting down and talking, and he's like, yes, girl.
Oh,
and I'm like, who is that for? Do you think I'm gonna like want to fuck you now? Like, I'm like,
okay, great. You just blew it.
You blew it, and I want to go.
You called me a girl. I'm a guy. We're gay. What
are you on? Are you okay? Like, well, I'm a guy, and now I have to drink this whole beer for no reason, because I'm not gonna have sex with you now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
God, that's so annoying. Yeah, it's like, where do you find even like on my side with straight men, where are the masculine? They're all like finance twinks.
There are a lot of and like there are a lot of finance twink or sad art boys or skinny like tattoo in the arm kind of like.
Oh my God, the tattoos,
the stick and pokes,
no definition arms. Figure it out. The skinny fat, I can't do a skinny fat guy. This is a pro body shaming podcast.
Listen,
because you got to get it together. It's not okay.
Listen, you're allowed to have a body that I am allowed to shame. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. You're valid still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can be confident in your body, and I can be confident on how much I hate it.
That's such a good point. That's America, by the way.
And by the way, that's capitalism, and that's America. If you don't like it, bye.
There's the door.
The door.
Air Canada's looking for some people.
I heard ICE is looking for you. So.
But I'm just kind of at this low. That's why I'm doing this no sex thing, because I have Grindr, which is sort of like DoorDash,
right,
for sex. Because when you have sex with a guy,
okay,
Now you're back in.
I'm locked. Yes,
I'm
let's
listening.
start.
Like when you have sex with a guy, there's a
General
courting period, right?
Yes.
You don't just meet up and fuck each other.
No, that's straight men wish that could happen, but yes.
And like gay is if like women were just taken out of the equation. It's two guys just like being like, yeah, let's just meet up and have sex right now. It's almost like so casual that it's actually like hurts. It's like too much of the opposite.
Yeah.
And now
100%.
like I can't get like, because once you have sex with somebody, like they give it away like in the first 15 minutes. You're just sort of like, you're not going to meet my mom. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, 100%. And I do think it's like, some people say, yeah, I had sex with this guy and then we end up getting married. Fine, that's like a 1 in a million chance, but I feel like it is something to like build up to. It's kind of like a storyline. You finish the story on the first page and now it's like, what are we building to?
Yeah, like this was a novella, honestly. This wasn't a book.
This wasn't a book. Yeah, and I don't know. I think I agree though. I feel like guys want to do that too. A lot of New York men just want to come in, have sex. And I think there has been this culture with straight women in the past where it's like sex positive. I just fuck everyone and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know if we should be fucking these guys.
As someone who's on the other end of it, don't like hold what you got, ladies.
Hold
like,
your chips.
Hold your chips. Like that's like the whole thing about women is you have chips. Okay?
So many chips.
They want something from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold it. And literally be like, no, I'm not. Like the things men will do for you, bitches. Okay. Like that's why every war happened, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Is you guys. Okay?
It's all women. And now they're all pissed. And
if it was all guys in the world, like women didn't exist, I genuinely feel like we wouldn't evolve past like the Iron Age. Like we would figure out how to make shit and then we just like play games all the time.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are here makes us want to kill each other.
Yes, perfect.
So,
and that's amazing. And I think I don't know why women want to give the chips away. I think there is a building sensation, and I think that there is, what was I going to say? I kind of forgot because I got too lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I feel like they should keep their chips. Okay, because like I feel like maybe in the like you kind of like, well, we're gonna like do what guys do.
Yeah.
But then you are realizing that what we do is actually not the right answer.
No, it actually hurts. Yes.
And it hurts.
It hurts our feelings, and it's not. Oh no, the thought almost came back to me. But you know how fleeting.
How this shit goes.
This shit goes.
We're just riffing up here.
We're just riffing up here. Yeah, I don't know, and I think. What else do I think about the men in society? I don't know how to get, I guess like whenever I go into these like, again, like outside of New York, yes, there's all these like masculine men who are like, they want to build a family with you today.
Like now.
Have you found like a state that like particularly, I feel like I want to go to Montana.
I would love to just live there. The only problem is like whoever I end up with will have to move to Connecticut because my family will be like the family. You know what I mean? Like for our kids, like I'm sorry, my mom will be like Nana.
Yeah.
And yours will be like Mimi. You know?
Yeah. Like, okay, so
that's just how it will be happening.
I think, but then you get to bring this Montana boy to New York, and you want the.
I actually don't want to bring them here because like if they're here. Like, if you meet a guy who's a hot man living in the city, it's too late.
No, it's way too late.
It's way too late.
Because it's gone to their head. You need to find someone who doesn't know how hot they are, which is impossible in New York.
And thinks the big city is just so crazy, and then you tell them, yes, it's crazy. Never go. They'll mug you immediately. Like, scare them.
Yeah, scare them.
Don't let them go to these places. Okay?
Or if you bring them, tell them, like, really don't go outside. Like, kind of keep them as, not like, I wouldn't say a slave, but I would say, like...
Adjacent.
Yeah. Like
Indentured servant.
They stay in your apartment. They don't really leave. They're afraid of like going too far from your distance,
Well, my whole plan right now, so with this not jacking off thing, okay, or having sex, I'm trying to basically re-virginize myself. Okay, because I've been giving it my chips. I don't think I ever had a chip. Okay, because if I got one, I gave it away. Okay, I'm a giver. Yeah. Okay, and so now I'm like, I need to reassociate because I'm only having sex with DL guys. Do you know
what's DL?
Down low. So it's guys who are straight in the world. And then like... How does that... They reach out to me.
Oh my God, what do they say?
Yo, hey,
Hey.
sup? You can tell how they're texting. I'm like, your family thinks you're straight. Your family thinks you're straight, and it would be such a disaster if they found out.
Yeah. Want to hang? Whatever.
But I'm kind of like over that. I've been doing that a lot in my 20s, and I'm now 31.
Yeah. Oh, I'm 31.
Shout out.
Hi.
So I like, you go over this, like, you just go over a random apartment, and then like there's this guy who's like on his couch in a baseball cap, like still trying to hide.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's chill.
Yeah.
And then you guys just have sex, and then that's kind of it. That is exciting in a sketchy way.
Mm-hmm.
But
which we all need in life.
right, like if you like, you should maybe do that a few times in your life. But I'm at the point where I'm like, every time I'm doing this, like this is bad. And then like in my active real day to day, no guys ever really
Which is
hit on
so
me.
weird because I think you were so attractive. Like if you were straight, I would be so down bad.
Thank
you.
you.
Know?
Oh my God.
And
if I was straight, I'd be down.
You would?
I would. I think you're the type I would like.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty blonde girl.
Straight. Hell yeah.
If I was straight, I'd like, regular, pretty, gorgeous blonde bombshells.
Regular. I heard that word.
Oh,
really
I meant like,
loud.
no, not like the fuck. See, this is why I'm not straight. You can't fucking say anything.
You really can't because again.
I said regular hot bombshell. So, yeah.
And I heard regular, ugly, dumb ass, stupid, ugly, would rather stick forks in my eyes, girl.
The women in my family are like glamazons. Like they all have like hair extensions, and like I've never seen my mom without a smoky eye. Like rarely.
That was my grandma. Dude. Yeah. I've never seen her without makeup. Like she goes to bed with makeup, wakes up with makeup, with the hair huge.
I mean, my mom, like maybe Christmas morning, I get a glimpse like Bigfoot, and she's like, and then runs to the bathroom, and then it comes out like, "Hi, well, we're ready to open gifts." You know? Like,
yeah, wow.
So I wonder if like like the whole Freudian thing, like everyone.
Yeah, you would be more into
maybe
something.
I'd like glamazon type women like that.
Yes, and I am not a glamazon. I wouldn't say.
I disagree.
Really?
You're a glamazon.
Yeah, I guess in like
I'm going to tell you what you are.
What? Tell me.
You are like super hot, like conventionally attractive girl who is cast as like an alt indie girl and in the movie. You know what I mean? So like you're like, oh God, like I love the Smiths. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah.
But like everyone watching is like, geez. And you're like, this world, like you're act like the world sucks about it, but everyone's like, who's watching it is like, you're fine.
You're beautiful and gorgeous. Wow.
Like you make the band kill themselves or something.
I totally forgot about you calling me normal.
See?
And now
take notes, straight guys. Okay.
Yeah, take notes. No, and so I have the same problem where it's like no guy. And here's the thing: I'm not saying I'm nothing to write home about or something to write home. I'm not saying I'm like the person, but I don't think I'm like, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
No, I think
anything.
you're objectively a very beautiful girl. You have great facial symmetry.
That's what's up.
And that's what's up.
And that's what's up. So, and no guys ever like approach me, or like hot guys, like, or even DM me. You would think
that's what my life too. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I work out. Okay. And I'm like friendly and open.
Yeah.
Like anyone can come up to me and like say anything.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to yes and it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, 100%. And I'm not gonna shut you down. I mean, I'm not just if you're hot, I mean, I will be polite if I'm not interested. I'm not gonna make you feel like you made a mistake talking to me.
No, because it's still flattering.
It's still flat, and it will be the best part of your day, even if I say no.
And who knows, if you keep doing it and stick around, maybe one day I'll just like feel down just because I'm like, fuck it.
Everybody has a bad day.
Everybody has a bad day. Okay. We're going to be late for the bus. I'm all pissed. And I'm like, fuck it. I'll fuck you.
Fuck it. Yeah. But here's the thing. Not to say I have 127,000 followers on Instagram.
But say it.
But after 127,000 followers on Instagram, not one hot guy.
I think about this all the time.
Not
being
one
like,
hot guy. You guys. The numbers don't add up.
That's why I'm like, are hot guys a psyop? Have they ever existed? You know what I mean?
The worst thing in the world is when you're walking and you see your man in a relationship with someone else. Who's ugly?
Who's ugly, by the way?
Who's ugly, by the way?
And probably doesn't do what I would do.
No.
Okay.
Doesn't have the personality. Doesn't make you laugh how I make you laugh. You know, I almost want to talk to them and be like, hey, so what's going on?
I have a few. So I follow a lot of like CrossFit athletes, you could say. And those are my celebrities just because they're so hot.
So hot.
And I worship
agree.
hotness.
Yes.
As above talent and intellect, anything. Like, I like aesthetics.
Same.
Okay. And so I'm following this like guy who I would say like they couldn't make a hotter guy to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually like bummed I saw him.
Can we shout him out?
No, I don't even want to say his name, but I'll show you him.
Okay, show me.
He's like, to me, like, you can't, I don't even want to give him power in that way over me by saying his name out loud. Does that make sense?
Sometimes you got to like do affirmations so that he comes into your life.
No, see that he is actually straight. But that's to my point where I'm like, thank God he's straight and lives in Australia. Because like...
Dude, the second thing that stops you is that he lives in Australia. That's not the first thing.
I would go there. Look at this fucking guy.
Oh my God.
I don't think you can like.
Oh yeah.
He's like, God damn it. He just
perfect. Dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, the guys in Australia, I cannot stand the accent, but they are all physically like perfect. Like the men are built there like.
I think it's like the environment is trying to kill them. So they've like evolved over time to be, you know, like the animals are dangerous.
No, that's so true.
The sun is harsh.
Yeah.
The weak ones died.
The weak ones do die. There's even, there's like a island off of Australia called Tasmania Island. I think it's called Tasmania because all the Tasmanian devils that have like cancerous bites, they live there.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. And it's more animals than people because it's so dangerous to live there.
But like Australia and England are a perfect kind of case study for what happens to white people.
Let's break it down.
So if white people are given no filters, like no environmental pressures.
Yes, pressures.
Right? Like they become like, and then their
little
jaws, teeth, like it all gets a mess.
But then a few slip through the cracks, and there are some.
They move to the hot British people. They just become celebrities in America. They leave immediately.
That's so true. Fuck.
You know, like once you're a hot British person, you're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like
I have a gift.
In Australia, inverse, under all that pressure, you get white people at their best down there.
No matter what.
Talking dumb, which is what white people like. They talk weird and have their weird little shit. Okay, the food is, I can only imagine, bad. So, I've never been,
but like, I mean, it has to be so bad.
It has, and any good food is probably coming from the indigenous population. I'm just gonna be like, 100%. It's probably like not.
I think they
Vegemite or whatever. Like,
yeah, I don't. What is that?
It's like it's like a condiment that they.
It literally sounds like a centipede.
Yeah, it sounds like a medicine. It sounds like a fucking once a day vitamin. Vegemite.
Vegemite. Ew.
But so they're so hot, and this guy, this Australian guy, is so hot to me. That like, thank God he's out there with like a wife and kids in Australia, because if he was that hot to me and a gay guy dating another gay guy, I'd shoot myself. I'd commit a crime because it's like,
you're going to Australia.
Like, yeah. So I'm just so like, thank God.
Thank God.
Because imagine like this hot gay guy, like that would just hurt my feelings so much more that he's not choosing me.
Yeah, that's true.
Rather than to live in this world where I just have to get over it.
No, I do like, I have the same theory of like, I would rather a guy die than ghost me, respectfully. Yeah. It's like, if they die, there's no, I mean, they're dead, Elle, you know? That's
the only way you could feel sympathy for them.
Yeah.
For not texting you back.
And then it's the only way I can be like, if they were alive, they would
do anything to call me.
They would call me. They would text me. They would be with me. Unfortunately, they're dead. And for the case of my exes, you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I'm trying to get an ex. Okay. How about this? I've like, like all the guys I've dated for amount of time, like that was like a while ago. I'm like kind of like 5 years without dating someone.
Wait, same.
And just like sex guy.
Sex.
So that's my plan. Do not bust. Sorry, I was trying to come up with a whole thing. Like, I'm not going to do anything until a guy genuinely tries in real life.
Yes. And until you get that effort and also just like are truly attracted to them.
Like, yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah. I mean, it's insane. And it's insane the things I do in the mental gymnastics I go through in my brain to be like, oh, well, if you look at him from this angle and with the hat, it could work. And if he wore this and with that, like, then potentially I could be attracted. Like, I make all these adjustments for them just so I could see them from the left and maybe then I could have sex. It's like, what? It's like,
isn't that so annoying? Like, I want that like burning fire passion. So many times you're like, well, all right. Like, I can't do that anymore.
Or... no, I can't do that anymore. But at the same time, sometimes you meet sometimes I'll meet a guy and he'll be burning fire passion. And I think we've had this great connection. But turns out he has a great connection with everybody. With everybody.
That's the terrible thing about being gay.
Oh,
is
God.
that like every guy, if I find a guy attractive and there is a burning passion, he's in an open relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm like, of course.
Of course.
I've been with guys before where like gay guys are fucked up. Okay. And I'll tell you fucking why. Because if a straight person is in an open relationship, LOL. First off, LOL. Good luck. They tell you.
Yeah.
Like immediately. They're like, hey, whoa. Just so you know, I'm in an open relationship.
Yeah, setting down the groundwork.
Gay guys are like what? Like I've like had sex with a guy twice. And then like I'm laying in bed with him. He's like big spooning me, god damn it. And he's like, I say something hilarious, by the way. And he laughs and he's like, my husband would think that's so funny. I'm like, what? What?
I'm sorry, like, what?
He's like, what? Like, he's like, we're in open. It's chill. And I'm like, yeah, fuck it. And then I had sex with him again. But like, just so you know, that's weird.
Just so you know, I do not like this. And I'm going to have sex with you to prove it.
To prove that I'm not actually into you. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't care at all. And you didn't hurt my feelings. And I wasn't emotionally attached and thinking we would actually end up together.
That was pretty.
That's annoying.
It was. I was like,
that's
fuck.
Fucked up.
Like I was like, are you what?
Dude, they do a gotcha.
They got me.
Do you think it's because they think that if they told you that they were open, that you wouldn't hook up with them?
Probably.
That's so damn.
I know, because this reminds you that gay men are actually men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some things they do, you're like, oh,
hold on.
You're like final boss misogyny. You know what I mean? Like women, you got to be careful with gay guys. They're not your friend.
They are not your friend. I learned that from the beginning. Well, like say like your biggest enemy is not an evil straight guy, because you even if you encounter an evil straight guy, you can manipulate him with your chips. Yeah. Like he still wants something from you that you can weaponize for your own. Yes. Evil gay guy, they know everything. They know everything about you already. Okay, by just looking at you. Yeah. And they do not care if you live or die. They actually want you out of the room that they're in. So it's like, like you have no defense against that. I have this theory that if our entire military were like all gay guys, we would be Russia. Like we would rule the world. Yeah. Even though like, we're kind of like we're not ruling the world, but you know what I'm saying? Like, cause they have emotional, capabilities. They have the manipulation, and they have the strength, and they have it all. And the camaraderie with each other. And like they're like, I'll save you. You know? Yeah. That's why they did that in ancient Greece, is because they knew that like two dudes, like if you're in love with each other, like you'll do more on the battlefield for. Yeah. You know? Because you're like, I'm in love with this guy. I'm not going to let you fucking kill him. And Rome was like the place. So I just think, they're the total package. Well, so, okay, there's a little history about gay. Whoa. Okay. So, Sparta, it's like the biggest, 300. It was like they were the biggest fighting force in ancient Greece. Yes. They were eventually overthrown by an army called the Sacred Band of Thebes. What were they? They were 150 couples of gay guys.
specifically created like to be the most deadly fighting force in ancient Greece, and they were for a while.
Wow.
Like it was like
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you get fucking two hot guys who are boyfriends, capital B. Okay. Boyfriends.
Together. Monogamous
boyfriends. You'd send them out in their like war thing and they'd go do it. And then imagine after you like win and then it's like the campfire like roasting a pig. And it's you and your boyfriend covered in blood being like, we did it, babe.
We did it.
Oh, that's what I want.
And I feel like, okay, I think the idea that like, oh, I just want to fuck around and just, you know, live out my hotness and whatever. I think that is actually making men more depressed. And I think all these men in this army who were monogamous, fighting for their lives, fighting for their boyfriends, capital B, they actually had self-worth and they actually had structure and security. And
they worked out together, I bet. They fucking roasted that pig together.
They roasted.
They pillaged together. Yeah. Killed the innocents together.
Together. Okay. Looked at women, said, ew, disgusting. Ew, disgusting.
Ew, disgusting. Ew, disgusting. That's a gay warrior like taking out a town.
Yeah.
Ew, disgusting. Ew, ew, ew,
just take out all the women just for fun. And that's because they were whole inside, you know? And that's because they had that type of structure, fulfillment, self-empowerment through monogamy. And I think people forget this. Like,
I think, okay, so it's almost like the metaphor is like, okay, all men are knights in shining armor, right? Okay. On a horse, being like looking for the princess. All girls are princesses in a tower.
Yes.
Okay. Straight dating is this horse needs to come and get you from the tower. That's straight dating. Gay guy dating is we're both knights in shining armor on horses and we're just going. Okay. We're not going to any tower. We're going on an adventure together and you'll never see us again.
Yeah.
Lesbians are two girls in a tower. They never leave. They don't want to leave. There's nothing outside that they want.
And that's why they're not really that hot because they're just in a tower.
Who they gotta look good for?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, they're in a fucking tower.
That's why lesbians also, when they get together, immediately move in together.
Yeah.
They create their tower.
They create their
You know
tower.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they nest.
So I'm just looking for that dynamic, like a fellow warrior.
Yeah.
You know, like who is my partner?
Yeah, and same.
Right?
And same. And actually, it makes... I feel like guys, at least straight guys, have this idea that, you know, if they get a girlfriend that it's going to distract them. And I think actually monogamous relationships focus you more because you're not worried about dating and the anxieties and stresses of like, he didn't text me back. What does this mean? What does that text me? You know, you're just stable. And then you have the ability and time to pursue whatever you want.
Like this, okay, you know how like girls, like the trope is like at 30 you go baby crazy?
Yeah.
Like that you like your body is like do it now.
Yeah.
I think the same thing does happen with men. We just don't talk about it. That when a man turns 30 and beyond and he doesn't have a family, a child, a job he really cares about, a dog, he becomes like idle.
Yeah.
He has like nothing to do. He's just sort of like he like plays game and he just goes like, you know, those
and they're just looking for these dopamine hits of like sex and like going out, drinking, whatever, but like mainly just like sex and hooking up, and they think this is fulfillment, but in the long term it actually makes you more sad and more lonely. Like
men need something to die for. Yeah. And like our nation is not giving it right now. Like
I know, let's start a war. I mean, we need to get involved. We need to get involved for the men in our society.
We need to get involved. Whatever is going out in the world, America needs to get involved. Okay, by the way.
Dude, where's Bush when you need him?
I know. That's when men were men. 2004.
2004.
Oh, last time you saw a man in America.
Yeah.
But
I guess they were all in Iraq, but
maybe that's where they all went. You know. They never fucking came back.
They never came back.
But I think maybe we are entering, because this is a common, I think it's grown, like our opinion that men are too weak.
Yes.
And like, I actually think it's starting to come back.
Yeah.
Some kind of like masculine, like the Joe Rogan optimization guys who are all about like ice baths. Like that's a good first step.
That's a good first step. Second step is stop worshiping like another man. Somehow that is kind of
You don't like when they worship other men?
no, or like if they're like a big Joe Rogan fan. Like being a fan is not necessarily masculine to me.
Being a fangirl?
Being a fangirl, like I take
That's so true. It's like the most beta thing you can do.
take information in, take suggestions, be like, oh, I'm gonna start doing that.
had a lot of
Better
good points.
yourself, but don't be a fan. Like be a fan of yourself, build yourself up, and be your own alpha.
Like, what are you, a fan of Joe Rogan? Like, he's fucking One Direction? Like, that's
Yeah.
so embarrassing.
Yeah, don't you're like following him around, just repeating what he's saying. Have your own thoughts.
Because at this point, it sounds like your boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, is that your big masculine boyfriend? Are you his little twink?
Well, I think straight guys do. Okay. I've encountered many straight guys in my life who are straight, like for all intents and purposes, right?
Okay.
They will probably marry a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. But they do try to kiss me sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, that's happened in my life before where I have this. I think I'm just like, I can speak guy language.
Yeah.
So when I'm like hanging out sometimes with like a straight guy, they almost like they're like, oh, because in their head they think gay is like, nah,
Yeah,
like,
Yas Queen.
Yas Queen, and they're like, I'm not that.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And then I'm just like, hey,
Yeah.
and they're like, whoa,
Whoa. And
Whoa.
look at those eyes.
look at those eyes. I'll look at you directly, and it's chill.
And it's chill. And you're funny and you're giving them personality. And they're like, I've never felt this way with a man before.
But see, the problem with that is I'm done being sort of a secret.
Yeah.
I'm 31. I'm having sex with these guys who are like DL and everything, and all the gay guys are
Yeah.
non-starters.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. So I'm like, that's fun and flattering, but I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, I want a guy to stand on a rooftop with a megaphone and say, I love Zach.
100%.
And not like, I meet you at your apartment or you kiss me weird at one place on the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Done with the secrecy. And I think that will happen for you. I know that will happen for you. It's just time, you know? Time.
He's jacked.
And I hope he's jacked. I hope he's jacked and famous, not too famous where he thinks he can get anything he wants.
Yeah.
But he's like humble. He's like the famous that doesn't really want to be famous, but he's famous.
Okay, if you were going to have the perfect guy, like what would he do for work? And what's his body type?
So it is Jack O'Connell.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Famous actor?
famous act. The thing is, it's like it has to be something in the creative field, and they have to be like so confident in themselves that they think me doing stand-up comedy is like cute.
Yeah, that's so hot.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, yeah, and I love that you do that, and you're so funny and fun. But like, and my thing's kind of like real
and serious, like a
serious.
job.
Like, yeah. And like and I just love my cute little girlfriend that does her
So
silly
funny.
skits. Yeah, yeah.
That being infantile, like being like talked down to for.
Oh God.
Because we know
know.
this is crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid, and it's like the worst thing in the world is when a guy is like, when you have to explain comedy to them, and it's like me explaining anything to a guy makes me feel like the guy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
mansplain to me. Yeah, what the hell?
It's not called women's playing, mansplain. And it's like that immediately turns me off when I'm teaching you something.
Like, so, okay,
What
it's
am I,
all
your
fake what
teacher?
I'm saying. It's kind of like a joke. It's like, it's like storytelling.
Yeah.
We take real stuff and
Yeah.
Make it a
Use-
funny,
Yeah,
like, I
use
don't know.
context clues. Just, you don't.
There's not much to get, really.
Yeah, there's not much to get. So it's going to be a guy he's going to be very successful in his own right.
Height is, you're going to say tall. I mean, it's.
He doesn't know height in terms of, I like a shorter guy. I don't like a guy that's too tall.
Are you being honest?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just had to say that twice. I believe you now.
I think the tallest I could ever go is 6'3". Above that is like, just, I feel like a fetish.
I think above 6'5" and above is when it's a disorder. It's when it's now they're sick, you know, which is like they have gigantism or something. Like when you see a Great Dane, you're like, that thing is like a goner. Like that thing has 5 good years in it. And then it's like, You know what I mean?
No, I feel the same when you see those like gargantuan people. You're like, any day.
I'm like, ow, like your neck, like the.
To do, and I don't like doing this. It like really hurts my neck. But like, but like, and this is just me like sucking his dick.
Yeah, right. Imagine kissing him, not on in the cards.
Oh God. But I don't. I would say a guy like I would say 5'8" and above.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
So
Cute.
just that's for the guys.
Cute
That's for the
little bit.
102Ks to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
5'4". I'm 6'2.5".
Oh, I like your height.
6'2" is like protagonist.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, perfect.
It's great. But I used to be like, I don't really care about height, like whatever, as long as it's like around here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, face to face.
But then one time I hooked up with a guy who was 6'4" and really jacked. So that's tough. That's a lot of chicken breast.
And yeah.
He's got to eat a lot of rice to look that big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his
Yeah.
body is eating 4,000 calories a minute. So
Yeah.
he has to do a lot for that.
Yeah.
And I was kissing him and then I felt like little for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, every girl's right.
Yeah.
They're not making
Yeah.
shit up. Like
Yeah,
I used to be like,
They're onto something.
they're on to something and I'll do anything for you.
Yeah, I think I don't know what it is, but feeling little, small, it's just so it's great. And then the big masculine men is just like there's nothing better. It's how God intended the world to be.
Work.
To work.
Okay.
Big masculine man, big, maybe a little shorter, above 6 foot masculine man.
Well, the
together
shorter
and-
you get, the jackeder you need to get. Like that's the,
No,
the
100%,
ratio.
yeah.
It's like, listen, if you're a short king, like you
better get in the gym.
you better be fucking stacked.
Stacked.
Okay, like Jesus.
And that's the thing with short guys. Yeah, I'll date a short guy. You gotta be stacked.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Like goddamn, like so wide in your shoulders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your life has to be dedicated to looking perfect, essentially.
That's why I go to the gym a lot, and I need a guy who also does that.
No, yeah, you want a healthy guy.
Like I want that. I'm like, sorry, we both
and
are.
you deserve it.
Thank you. I feel like I do.
Yeah.
I've been working out a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, like.
Yeah, you care about your body. You look fit. You deserve someone who's also fit.
And like someone who we could work out together, then bang. Like, come on. Like
Oh
that's so
my
then play
God.
like PlayStation 5. Oh my
Dude,
God.
I will say I started going to this gym. It's called Grindhouse. Oh, I probably just doxed myself. I'll bleep that.
It's called beep.
Beep. And the sexual tension in that gym, it's like a lifting gym, is unbelievable. Every guy is just looking at you like this.
Oh, I have to go because I
No,
need
yeah.
to go to like. I'm lean cuisine, like my body type. I try to be like tight.
Tight. Yeah.
I like those guys who have like the jug of water, like football players, like a little beef on them too.
Yeah.
You know, none of these little spindly boys out there.
Yeah, and they are at this gym.
So I'll have to go to beef.
Have you ever met someone at a gym?
Most of the guys I meet and hook up with are at the gym. I
Wait,
recently just went to a new one because I kind of used up the Oasis at the last one.
Wait, so how does that interaction happen?
Well, you know how like men can't hit on women anymore without feeling like they're gonna get sued?
Yes, and it's annoying.
That's annoying for you guys, and I do have sympathy for ladies on that one. Like they're so petrified that they don't even want to look at you anymore because then they're afraid that you'll be like, "What was that?" Film them, and then you're online. Like I get it. In the vacuum of the straight fear, gay guys have been. It's like when you kill the wolf, the deer is overpopulated. Like gay guys are going goddamn crazy. It's pretty cool because we have like a psychic connection. You know, it's like a look. It's a not look. It's just sort of like a.
Yeah, I just felt it. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a.
And then what happens? So you give a look and then you walk toward him and you say, "What's up?"
Yeah, I have a line that I use.
Okay,
that when I know a guy, I know it's on. I don't just go and say this to any guy. I go up to I know it's on, and I go up and I go, "Hey, can I give you a compliment really quick?" And then they say yes because men love compliments. They're
Wow.
like, "Yeah," and I go, "You're gorgeous." Are you? And I know the answer to this question, but to be
Yeah.
funny, I'm like, "Are you gay?"
Yeah.
And they go, yes. And I say, awesome. And then I give them my number.
What? So you give do you say, can I give you my number? Or you just...
Either or like whoever's phone is readily available. I kind of do that.
Hell yeah.
And then it works. I have messed up before and said that to a straight guy before, but he actually was extremely flattered and he still waves at me at the gym. Like,
dude, straight men don't get compliments.
That is why it's like crazy to me.
I mean, I have no problem if I see a hot guy out in the wild. I've been off the apps for like over a year now, and I just dedicated myself to like meeting people in person.
It's
like
tough.
If I can, and it is tough. But if I see a hot guy that I like, I will approach them. I will get what I want.
See, my problem is I see a hot guy that I like. I'm just like really vibey and good at small talk. Yeah. So like I'm making friends left and right. Yeah. Like I'm like, I don't want to be your buddy. Yeah. Like I'm trying to slurp. You know what I mean?
Slurp. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then if you like, it's just, if you want straight guys to like you, this goes for anyone, literally just like, I have a lot of straight guy friends and they would jump in front of a car for me because whenever they do something, I go, you're really good at that. Like, and they're like, what?
What?
I'm like, I like when you do that. Like, no one's as good as you as that.
Whoa.
And they literally like shake, their knees shake. No one does that to them.
Oh.
It's like, you do.
This is why this is what men's sadness is all about. This is why all these guys are so depressed. Because no one's complimenting them. All they're saying is men is trash. So maybe let's compliment them. Even if they're doing a dumbass job, just be like, hey, you're really good at fucking that up.
Yeah. And like, because men have to say a lot to you.
Yeah.
Okay, by the way.
I know. Yeah.
And it's complicated. So if men do dumb stuff, that is the way of men. Men do weird stuff.
They're weird. They're silly. They got little tiny brains.
Yeah, they're like gross kind of.
And they grow. And then if you become a gay man, somehow your brain does grow.
It does grow, but if you keep going, it actually goes back and reverts. It's like a curve. What's it called? Sliding scale. Bell curve. There we go. It's a bell curve. We get like smarter, and then dumber and dumber.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying like, I don't know, men, it's just, you gotta be like, I love what you do and they'll be okay.
Yeah.
They're so dumb, you can't blame them for being dumb. If you want to get them to do what you want them to do, you need to manipulate them.
100%. That's end all be all. And so let's start manipulating men to become these jacked, like very, I almost said straight, but they have to be gay too.
Yeah,
gay and straight, gay
masculine.
And straight, masculine. We have to manipulate men into the masculine, so they're in the gym. They have their ideas. They're confident in themselves. They're successful. Women, let's start manipulating men up.
Manipulate men again. Okay, yeah. Bring back that. Okay, bring back having your mascara running and like being like, I can't. Even if you're the most capable woman in the world. Okay, like it's not about that.
It's not about that.
It's not about that. Okay.
We all at this point, girl, we know you can do it. We know you have all the capability, women power. I get it.
Like clearly you can do it.
Clearly we have the wherewithal to succeed without men. That's not the point.
You just need to now this is for your benefit, by the way. Yeah. You could still be CEO of your own life and company, and even like Forbes magazine can have you on. But if you want your guy to do what you want, you need to like make him think he's the king.
Yes.
It's not even about that.
Yeah.
Let him think it.
Let him have fun. Let him play.
Okay.
know?
Like that's the only way you're going to have an orgasm.
That's
okay. I'm sorry.
That's true. This is a lot of really good advice.
Yeah, maybe I'm like good at straight advice because I'm just so far away from it. I could like see it.
But then it's also great advice for like gay men too, maybe.
Maybe. I'm just sort of wondering where they are, by the way.
Yeah. If you're a hot gay guy, hit up Zack Signore.
Please.
Yeah, not to bag, but
like, God damn it. I mean, I feel like I walk around this New York City, America right now, and like no one makes an obvious move anymore to me. I feel like I'm at this point where every time I see a guy, like I need to go ask them, and then maybe it's on.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but do you think, because you're objectively attractive, do you think that men are just intimidated?
Listen, What is
to get rejected by a hot guy?
Well, then I need a man with fucking courage.
Yeah, then
Okay, maybe have some goddamn fucking. Maybe you're gonna fail.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, what's the worst they could say? No. Oh, you hate rejection? Grow up.
Yeah, like that is a huge quality as someone with goddamn balls.
Balls.
Okay, confidence. Who's like, hey, I'm gonna shoot my shot with you.
Yeah.
Then you actually have like a good chance of me being like, all right.
Yeah.
Like if you do something like that.
Honestly. And I feel like even like just exuding confidence, usually people like, even if they're not exactly your type, they'll give you a shot most of the time.
Because everyone else, it's like, goddamn, I wake up and like every guy is just like
looking at the floor.
and I'm like, please, do you want to go on a date? And then they're like, yeah, sure. And then it's like, all right. I want a guy to come over and say this. I want to be just doing my own thing. Maybe I'm in a coffee shop and he goes, hey, and like pushes me like that.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh God, I just fucking okay. He's like, hey, I'm like, ow. Like I want to say that. Ow.
Okay, ow.
What the hell? And he goes, I just gotta say, like, you're hot. I'm taking you on a date. And I would be like, I don't know about like obviously playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, I don't know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not that easy. And then I want him to be like, I don't care. You're going on a date with me. And he's like, give me your phone. And I'd be like, here.
Yes, daddy.
He writes it down. That's our love story. All right. No more this wishy-washy. Hey, what's up? If I get what's up, you know what? The world's on fire. Okay.
What's up? Make a decision. Nothing's up. Just make a plan. We're not texting. Stop with the texting. Oh my God, the texting is so objective. It's so beta. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just make a plan. Come over. We're going to dinner tonight. I don't give a shit.
Definitive statements, lads. Okay, you gotta make definitive. What's up is like the most drying thing you could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what's up? You're wondering what I'm doing?
What's up? I'm doing nothing. I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck do you mean what's up?
Get off your phone.
What do you want me to actually say?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want to know.
Because then it's like, not much. You're not supposed to be honest with that statement. You know I'm going to say, not much. What about you? And then we're in the worst conversation.
That's the worst thing.
All time.
If it's gotten to that point, delete the app, throw your phone in the river.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
It's not. He's not going to save you.
Like, what are you genuinely? Ask yourself that, guys. What, if you're a guy who says, what's up? What do you want them to say?
What? Yeah.
Like what? Not much or bad? I'm doing bad. I had a bad day at work.
Good.
Okay.
Good. Oh, wow. Cool. Good. Nice. That means nothing. This is nothing conversation. And by the way, if you're offended right now, good.
Okay.
You're in the perfect position because the only place now is up.
If you're offended right now, that means that you are taking the first step. Okay.
Step one.
If you're texting me, I want you to offend me. I want you to say something fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, start in with a hard, objective statement.
Hard objective statement and not too much texting, and then just get in person, you know?
Oh my God. I'm taking a vow of chastity until some guy deserves it.
I kind of am same. And that's kind of what I did last year, and I'm doing it again this year until, God, where are the hot guys? What's your dream man? Like, who would you date? Like, what does he look like? What does he do? What is?
All right. First off, he's jacked. He's jacked. He's jacked in like a cool way. Okay. Huge ass. I like a guy with a huge ass.
Oh, me too.
Like a huge ass.
Like muscular.
Like beefy. Someone who you're like, damn. Like, he's big.
Yeah.
You know, a large guy who looks like a giant. I like guys whose hands are huge, skulls are huge.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? I'm into that. So
prehistoric.
It looks like we dug him up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Like Night at the Museum type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Big brow, like a cliff.
Yeah.
I really like it when a guy has like such pale skin it looks blue.
Whoa. Okay.
Isn't that weird?
Plot twist.
Such pale skin and like black hair or something, you know?
Oh,
where,
I know
like,
what you're talking about.
He looks like a Polish potato farm, like a guy who looks like Polish. I would say is my ideal type.
Yeah.
I just described a Polish person. I want him to be a sports fan. because I'm not, and I think that's a hot dynamic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want him to introduce me to his sports. I like guys who are jovial, booming laughs.
Yes.
Right? They're kind of like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah,
like, you know,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
not afraid.
Gaston.
And that, like, this is a huge
You
factor.
are describing Gaston, but
Sorry. I'm also like a joy in their heart, which is such a hard thing to find in someone.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
all these fucking cynical gays out there.
Okay.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I like when a guy is like, wow, I love that. You know, just says something like that.
So gay people are cynical.
I think everyone is, but gay guys especially. Like, you go and they're like, nah, nah, nah. They always have like a take on everything. And I'm like, do you not just like enjoy? Like, look at this painting. What do you think about it?
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, it's beautiful. Like
Yeah.
a genuine statement.
I cannot stand a contrarian. Someone, you can't just say something. And they're like, well, actually. And it's like, can you just leave it? Let's just have a good day.
Like, I was on a date with this guy once who like was such a negative Nancy. I don't know, like, we're talking about world politics, so it's already a bad date. And he's like, yeah, well, humans, it's just like everything sucks. And like, people are naturally evil, so it's all only gonna get worse. And I was sitting there like, all right.
Okay.
I'm actually an optimist. Like, I was like, I think, then I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck this guy. Now I'm spending the rest of the date trying to like prove to him that there's joy in this world.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, no. And I'm done going on these like first dates, which sounds confusing, but I want to meet someone a couple times or just like get their vibe, you know, and then we can go on a date, but we already kind of know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like best case. I don't like the first date. And
interviews. I don't like them.
I don't like them. I can't. Like, I mean, unfortunately, and I feel like, yeah. Have you ever dated a comic? No.
I would never.
That
actually goes into my ideal guy. Never has done the performing arts.
It never wants to. It never wants
thinks
to.
It's gay.
Thinks it's gay.
In the bad way. Okay.
Yeah. Thinks it's gay and would never. And that's what I feel the same too about my guy. I think our guys are the same. Just one's gay and one's straight.
Like twins.
Like twins.
I would say I would also go ginger.
I love ginger.
I love a ginger.
My ex was a ginger.
Like a buff ginger
is like
ginger. Whoa, it's because it's so rare.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, they don't make them like you, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when you get something, it's got a defect from the factory.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
This is special.
No, my ex was buff, huge, looked prehistoric, and was ginger.
That sucks, but I'm happy for you. Sucks, but I'm happy for you.
Hell yeah.
And so, like, you know, my guy, I feel like he kind of needs to work in like fitness. Like, I'm really attracted to the once was in the military and is now a personal trainer pipeline. You know what I mean? Where like I was once in the military, but now I'm a fitness professional.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I'm attracted to that.
Yeah, because it's like there's the trauma, there's the discipline, there's the structure.
Yeah.
But then you're in the United States.
You're in the United States. I like I want him to be a Republican just because I like the dynamic. I like
a little like opposites attract type of thing.
I think liberal wife, conservative husband is the only thing that will save America.
Yes.
You need
100%.
liberal women with conservative men. That's always been the case.
It's always been the case. You can't fight evolution or destiny.
It will fix society if you guys just like stop. And then like the conservative women and the liberal men, see if they fuck, right? Yeah. Like, I wonder what would happen there.
I feel like that's a bad mix.
That's a terrible mix. The woman would hate the guy and the guy would like it kind of is like dom woman vibes.
Yeah, which is not what we want. We want the man to be masculine. So it has to be Republican guy, liberal girl, and like God forbid you're both liberal. I can't even.
Oh, then it's a polycule. Like, I don't even. And then I guess that's pretty much it for the guy.
And you know what? And so take these notes, America. Take these notes. Hear what we said. Let it sink in to your brain, okay? And take action.
I would say take action. Now is the time, okay? The time was a few years ago. Yeah. So we're actually it's already late.
We are late, but we are not out of time.
We're not out of time. I have hope for the future. I think men will wake up because are they happy?
No, they're not.
Oh.
And we have solutions for you. Take what we say, implement them, and you will be happier, you will be more successful, and you'll have a rockin' hot bod.
I almost think, like, you remember the 1950s?
Yeah.
Remember how, like, all the guys were home, or all the guys were working and all the women were at home?
100%.
Like, okay, this is what I'm proposing to society right now. You could say yay or nay. A reversal. Men are at home and women run the world.
No, yeah, women run. Yeah, okay.
Men can stay home, cook, clean, because we really got to learn how to do that shit.
No, you really do.
And then, like, men would love that, because then we would just be able to work out, play video games, raise the kids as our own little fucking, like, soldiers.
Interesting.
You know, you just, like, we'd like.
And then women are more capable. I get it.
You just got to tell men, like, this is your little kingdom, and then they will take care of it, okay? They'll be like, oh, shit, fuck yeah. Like, I'm going to tidy up in here. Like, this is my kingdom. Okay. Yeah. And then the women will be the ones who run society, like big business, stock market. Like, give that to girls.
Yeah, give that to girls, and then I get to do my little stand-up comedy and do whatever I want. But
right?
and then the guy I date will have a job and be very successful. And then we will have nannies to take care of our kids.
And then for me, like, because I'm gay, that both of us will stay home, and then we'll just be subsidized by the government. They have to pay for it.
Perfect. And on that note, I think my SD card might run out at any second.
Woo, I had a blast.
I had so much fun. This was a great episode.
Thank you for having me on. I love you and talking to you.
Oh my God. Where can people find you?
Quack Wacko on Instagram and all mediums. I might change it to just be my regular name, Zack Signore.
That's a good idea.
You think it's bad? A lot of people are pro Quack Wacko.
What is it?
When I was 17, I got blackout drunk. And when I woke up, my Instagram was Quack Wacko. And I've been sort of rolling with that for all this time. I'm 31.
That is funny. And I do like that.
Like, I can't tell if, like, now it's like funny because it's so weird. But now I'm like, maybe that's why no guy is reaching out.
I think it would be better, like, comedy wise.
That was just Zack Signore.
Yeah.
My name?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I might be Quack Wacko. It might be Zack Signore. Yeah. You'll see.
You'll find him. All right. This has been Elle Diablo Show. Bye.